Getting live visuals from the floor of the Rajya Sabha, where polling right now currently on for the Vice President of the country. These visuals that we are getting to you come in from the Rajya Sabha. I'll be playing them out for you right now. Polling currently on in the Rajya Sabha. However, the numbers there looking all stacked in favor of Hamid Ansari getting a second term as Vice President. There are two candidates in the fray here, Hamid Ansari, the UPA candidate, and Jaswant Singh, the NDA candidate. And it does seem it will be a clean sweep by UPA, and it would be Hamid Ansari who will be reinstated as Vice President there. Alright, these visuals that we are getting in coming from the Rajya Sabha. Polling is underway. A short while back, Headlines Today had spoken to Jaswant Singh, and he didn't seem very confident, said only one thing: we'll see what happens. But by the face of it, it does seem, where numbers are concerned, it is going to be, they're going to play out the numbers for you right here on your television screen, and it does seem with the play of numbers, it would be in fact Hamid Ansari who will be getting a second term as Vice President. Well, even the TMC has decided to vote in favor of Hamid Ansari, along with the TMC parties which support Congress from the outside. The BSP, the Samajwadi Party, will all be putting their vote of approval on Hamid Ansari. Talking about Jaswant Singh, other than the Akali Dal, the BJP and the Shiv Sena, Jaswant Singh will have the support of AIDMK Jayalalitha as well. But abstaining from voting would be the BJD and the TDP. Alright, let's cut across at this point of time. Our Deputy Editor Karthik Sharma is on the phone line with us. Karthik, it ultimately has whittled down to a rather tame election, not something what we saw in the time of the President election, no controversy, and by the looks of it, Hamid Ansari all set to get a second term.
Hamid Ansari is the sure shot winner, Preeti, and the reason is this election looks slightly same in comparison to the presidential, because electoral college is simple, the votes and the procedures are very simple. It's a direct election, simple majority is required, you get 5 more seats, you are the Vice President, only Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are involved in voting, you have to be in Delhi, unlike presidential election where you need 51% of the vote. Then you have the second option, and on top of it you have legislative assembly is also voting and making a huge college. So obviously it's a direct fight, and in this direct fight, going by the numbers and the parties which have pledged their support to Mr. Ansari, he's a clear winner.
By when do we have a Vice President? In all probabilities, like you pointed out, it would be Hamid Ansari who will be reinstated as Vice President. Karthik, what is the procedure? By when would we have him? And also, looking at it, it is rather clear that even though there has hardly been any controversy here, the position of the Vice President a lot more strategically important than the President.
You see, difference between the role of the President and the Vice President is that the President's importance comes into play in bits and spurts. If there is a coalition government, then the President will reserve the right to call the party of its choosing, provided they have the numbers in the list. But then the role of the chairman, Rajya Sabha, is very continuous. For 6 years, Hamid Ansari will be in charge of the upper house, which means that he will have full control over the functioning of the house. UPA is in minority in Rajya Sabha. So if you have a chairman of your choice, and even if I go by the word neutrality, at least UPA will have some breathing space. But what makes Hamid Ansari even more important to UPA is that in 2014 you had Lok Sabha elections. And even if I say that the Congress by chance loses the Lok Sabha election, they will still be controlling the upper house, which is Rajya Sabha, because in the lower house, Lok Sabha, the speaker or the chairman is always by the treasury.